told her. Huh? We told her, huh, Booby? I'm gonna turn off the AC. Ooh. You're so cute, Poo-Poo. You're so cute. All right. So I wanted to get on today because I have been, for some reason, wow, this is very attractive. For some reason, my little how I touch trained Boo Boo has been like making its rounds on YouTube, and people are like liking it and stuff. It's like an old video, so I remember doing that, being super nervous because I was new to YouTube, but I'm happy that people have been finding it helpful. I wanted to hop on and look at some of the some of the commonly asked questions that I get on that video, and I think it'd just be easier if I just like directly answer them here. So let me see if I can go to one. A lot of the questions that I always get is, how long did it take for me to tame Boo Boo? And it took me about, I want to say, 3 months. It didn't just take doing those practices of the hand trading to actually get him to be tamed. One of the big things that helped was me giving him his space. I'll like link my video up in like the cards, but I'll show you all how I made mistakes when I first had him, in that I was just pushing him way too much when I should have actually gave him distance and just gave him time to acclimate. It took about a month of acclimation for him, and what that entailed was me leaving him in the cage, and while I was going about my day doing things around him so that he was getting used to my voice, getting used to my presence. I wouldn't really like push him to do anything he didn't want to do, and I started off by teaching him how to step up. So it started off with a stick. It's teaching him little by little with a stick. So it started off with a stick, and I would get him like that to step up here, and then I'd make it shorter, and then shorter, and then shorter, until finally I just used my hand to perch. I wonder if he wants to perch. Do you want to perch? He doesn't want to. You see? And I learned his body language, and I learned like what he means when he makes his little noises, when he pins his eyes. I learned about his body language, and that's what ultimately I think he knew that I was respectful of his boundaries, and he became to trust me. That's how I tamed you. Another question I get asked was he hand fed when you first got him. He was hand fed, so he wasn't entirely untamed. He did have human interaction and knew that humans do provide food, but he was still very wary of humans, and Indian ringnecks tend to not be very people-loving parrots. Oh, a lot of people kept asking me what kind of bird seed was I using in that video. I don't know the name of that bird seed, but I know that it was very small. Let me see if I can find it. I was just using this. He's like getting exciting. I was just using this like mix. Yeah. Please let me know what treats you are using, as our ringneck does not seem to have a favorite anything. LOL. We adopted him, so he is semi-tame but does not like hands. That's the thing about Indian ringnecks. They do not like hands. But let me see if I could zoom. So they look like this. I know, Booby. Wait up. These are the type of seeds that I've been using with him. And he knows that he'll get these seeds if he makes some type of noise. What's another crush? Yeah! Is there something in particular about the sound of the clicker that allows the bird to know it's treat time? I recently rescued and then adopted a ringneck. So there's nothing in particular. You can actually use any sound. It's just that the clicker is a lot more precise at pinpointing exactly what it is that you want to target, specifically the behavior in which you want to reward. That's why using a clicker is really effective. However, you can use anything like a sound, another different sound, even a word like good boy, but you just have to make sure that you remain consistent with that one particular sound, and that you don't use it out of context, because every time you use that sound, you're going to be telling your bird that this means you are going to get a reward. Typically, Indian ringnecks only are green, but out of India, they have different colors. How? So the way that the reason, huh? No more? No more? What about this one? No? Okay. The wild type gene is green. They actually carry different color genes in them, and sometimes there could be a slight variation in the greens. Like, not all greens are going to be the same color green. Breeders selectively breed. They selectively breed birds of specific colors to get offspring of specific colors. So in the wild, it makes sense for them to be green, because if they're green, they're going to be able to camouflage with their environment. Whereas when you selectively breed for them, you are picking out a color. I wasn't picky when I picked him up. I wasn't picky with the color. I actually wanted a green parrot, but they only had blue, and so I just like stick to blue. That's another question. My parrot is not eating well. What do I do? You just try anything. You give them vegetables, you give them greens, you give them different types of seeds, and they will let you know what they like, and they will eat. If they're not eating entirely, something might be wrong with them, and you should take them to the vet to get them checked out, and that might be a sign for an even deeper illness. I just got my 2 budgies today. What do I do with them if they are not eating? Should I wait tomorrow? If you just got your 2 budgies, it might just be that they're very frightened. So honestly, give it like a couple of days. If in a week they're still not eating, again, take them to the vet. Something might be wrong. Is your bird clipped? Yeah, my bird is clipped, or at least at the time when I got him, he was clipped. That wasn't my preference. He just came that way. A lot of the times breeders do that so that they don't fly away from them when they're barely born. He just kind of came that way. I actually didn't want a clipped bird. I wanted to teach him flight training with me. What is she feeding him? Yeah, you all ask that a lot. People kept saying, your bird is a girl. That's a girl. She's a girl. She doesn't have a ring, so she's a girl. Boo Boo was a baby. So babies don't have rings, even if they're boys or even if they're girls. Like, Boo Boo just didn't, he was too young to have his ring yet. And before we found that he had the beak and feather virus, I was able to tell that some of his ring feathers were coming in, but sadly they just fell off because he has beak and feather disease. You wanna go now? Okay. That means no. Yeah, that's kind of the end of the video. I just thought that this was like a good moment for me to do a little video to kind of show you all an update on how he's doing. Hi! Hi. Booby. You got all these little new feathers coming on into your head, huh? Yeah, you must be itchy, huh? Can I pet you? Can I pet you? I can help you. I thought. You didn't like that? Okay. All right. Well, that was the end of this video. Hope you all like it. Let me know if you have any more questions, and I'll try to answer on the next one. Bye.